Hello bankers, a very good evening to all of you. Welcome back. So guys, in this particular session, we are going to continue our discussion based on Forex arithmetics, right? So in our previous session where we have already discussed around the introduction part of Forex market as well as fundamentals, direct and indirect quote, and cross rate, chain rate, and value rate. So these are the subtopics which we have covered in our previous session. So today we will start with forward exchange rate. Then we will be discussing for how to calculate forward rate or future rate. Okay. Then we have arbitrage. Then we have calculation of forward points and premium and discount case, right? So these are the subtopics which are remaining from this particular unit. So just after the discussion of the remaining concept, then we will be practicing a set of questions around this particular topic, right? So, like we have done till here itself. Okay. So in our previous session where we generally talk about the forward rate. Okay. So when it comes to forex market, basically we have two type of major position. One is which gets settled up to T+2, which is 2 working days from the date of trade. Basically that is generally known as spot. Okay. The another one is we have when settlement took place in any future date beyond the spot date, so that is generally known as forward. Okay. Now like forward contract, they get traded on OTC as well as recognized stock exchange. We have 4 different type of contract. Like it can be when it comes to exchange traded, we have future and options. When it comes to OTC, we have forward and swaps, right? So how we do generally valuations of these particular ones? So that is which we are going to discuss in this particular case. How we generally decide the prices based on the current market price, right? Or the spot rate. So when it comes to a forward, your forward exchange rate, so it is also referred to the forward rate or forward price, is the exchange rate at which a bank agree to exchange one currency for the another at a future date, when it is entered into a forward contract with an investors. But before understanding this particular one, how actually we calculate these particular things and all, so as I said yesterday also, so these are the formulas and all. I'll just like when it comes to the formula, so this is the formula. But before that, you have to make your understanding how actually these particular work. Okay. So let's say there is a currency pair. Suppose that USD INR. Okay. So let's say in USD INR, the spot rate, the current market price, okay, which is equal to, suppose that 87.2030. Suppose that this is the current market price for USD INR. Okay. So that means for $1 you need to pay आपका 87 rupees. Buyer want to buy at 87.20 and seller want to sell at 87.30. Okay. So out of this, I hope you remember that buy and sell rate. Okay. So what does it mean? So buyers, the rate quotation is आपका basically buyer want to buy at 87.20 and seller want to sell this particular one at 87.30. That means when you are quoting a buy rate, so when you are quoting a buy rate, you will take this particular price, and when you are quoting sell rate to your customers, so in that case you have to take this particular price, right? So now like a bank, they generally entered into forward contract or swap contracts or future contracts with the importers, exporters. Okay. So now what you have to remember, like when you quote the buy rate, okay, so what will be your formula? So when you are quoting a buy rate आपका, ठीक है, so buy rate, which we generally quote in the case of export, so exports आपका, ठीक है, so that is something, your forward rate or future rate is equal to spot rate plus your premium, ठीक है, minus आपका margin, ठीक है. So this is the formula for the your buy rate, ठीक है. When you are quoting the same rate for the when you are quoting sell rate, which is usually in case of imports. Okay? So imports. So what will be the formula? Your forward rate is equal to spot rate plus premium plus margin in this particular case. आपका ठीक है. Now like there are two other points. Spot rate we all know. ठीक है. So now what is this premium or margin? ठीक है. So this will be given in question itself. ठीक है. So this is something which is called intrinsic value, which include the time value and opportunity cost. Okay? So because these contracts belongs to a future date, and there are some chances or there is kind of a there will be some sort of movements or there will be there are some investors expectations or the time period or the time value of money which is involved in this particular one. Margin is something while we buy the things, we have to pay some initial margin. When we sell, we receive the margin. So that's why in this particular case, you are paying the margin. In this particular case, you are adding the margin. Okay? So that is the basic calculations in this particular one. Okay? Now, this is the formula which you have to remember first of all, because it will help you. Believe me, if you understood this particular very well, you will be able to solve each and every single question. I hope you guys remember. Let's say the 3 month later, USD INR is quoted as suppose that 88.5060. Okay, that means this is in आपका premium. This is the case of premium. Okay, so it is a case of premium. And when it is quoted as like the discount quote, the discount is something. Let's say आपका there is one another like let's say 6 month contract of USD INR which is quoted as suppose that 85.4050. Okay, this is a case of your आपका discount. Okay, this is a case of discount. Okay, so yesterday also I talked around this. Okay, so premium means आपका when your forward rate is greater than the spot rate. Okay, just do remember this particular one. And when it comes to discount, okay, so discount is equal to when your forward rate is less than your spot rate, okay, as you can see in this particular one. And this premium or discount, okay, when it is a case of premium, it will get added in buying rate as well as in selling rate. Okay? So this is the buy rate and this is the sell rate. Okay? So here buy rate is 88.50. Here it is आपका 87.20. That means there is a premium in buying and premium also available in selling 88.60, 87.30. Right? So that is the case. Similarly, when it comes to the discount, so also it get involved in both buying rate as well as in selling rate. Right? Now with this particular with the help of this particular one. So, with the help of few questions, we will try to build our understanding here. So, like forward rate is equal to, it's a buy case. The rate is quoted here, the formula buy rate, or it is kind of for a export bill. So, buy rate is equal to your spot rate plus premium or आपका if it is a discount. So, you have to minus discount. So, discount will, this is the case. See, one another thing here. So forward rate आपका plus premium in case of when it is in premium. If it is a situation of discount, you have to minus that particular one. Okay? As I gave you two different examples. Okay? If it is a case of premium, you have to add, or if it is a case of discount, you have to minus. Okay? In case of sell rate, when it comes to sell rate, okay? So in case of sell rate, you have to quote like आपका spot rate. Then we have plus premium plus margin. Okay? So margin you have to add. Okay? Margin is like the initial money which we paid. Okay? And if it is a case of discount, so you have to minus discount. Aapka. Similarly, the only thing that will change, that is this margin point. Right? Now let's go through the question. If inflow of 10,000 US dollar by telegraphic transfer for credit to your exporters account, okay, it is mentioned exporters account. Okay? That means you have to quote the buy rate. Okay? Being advance payment for export credit received in Nostro are many with you. Okay? Statements received from the New York correspondent bank. What rate will you quote to the customer if the current market rate is this? So they just have to ask like what rate you are going to quote to the customer. So what rate you will quote in this particular case? you are going to quote आपका what is the buy rate in this particular situation, ठीक है. So what is your buy rate? So buy rate is आपका buy is equal to, ठीक है. So buy rate is equal to so buy rate is आपका 84.10, ठीक है. That is the answer of this question, ठीक है. So if it is a case of import, so you have to quote the sell rate, ठीक है. So sell rate is आपका 84.15, ठीक है. So this is the answer for this particular one, ठीक है. If but the question will not that simple. This is just to build your understanding. We'll come to the question itself, ठीक है. So it will be a purchase USD from the customer for which USD will have sold in the market. Say USD INR is being quoted at 84.1050, meaning the market buy USD at 84.10 and sell at 84.15, that we have discussed. Okay. We shall have to quote rate to the customers on the basis of market buying. Okay. So the rate is आपका 84.10, and if there is any premium or आपका margin is given, so you have to accordingly adjust this particular one. If it is a buy rate, so as our case is a buy rate, so you have to add premium and minus margin, or if there is discount, you have to minus discount and आपका minus margin itself, so that is applicable to arrive TTE for this particular one. So the first question. Second one, now this type of questions, if you understood this, you will be able to solve BFM case study in your CAIIB. Though like there are very less chances in your JAIIB. I never seen this type of questions, but they have given in your curriculum. So let's try to understand this. So 15 September, a customer request for booking forward contract for export bill 2 lakh US dollar. So it is आपका forward for export bill, आपका export bill 2 lakh US dollar to be realized in the month of December. ठीक है. The given USD INR rate is supposed at 68.4550 and forward premium are under this, ठीक है, and the margin is आपका this. So now you have to calculate something, okay? So that is like how we calculate this. Forward rate is equal to your spot rate plus this is a case of premium minus margin, okay? So this is the formula which you have to apply here, right? So now in this particular case, so it's a buy rate. Why I have quoted the buy? Because it is an export bill. You are going to purchase those particular one, okay? So now in this case, you'll see two things. First one is when it comes to this is the current rate आपका, ठीक है. So the spot rate which you are going to quote here, that is 68.45. This is the rate which we are going to quote. This is the spot rate for the buy. Spot rate आपका. Why not this 50? Because if it is a sell case, if it is a import case, or if where you have to quote the sell rate, so you will take 68.50. So this is your buy, and we are buying in this particular one, and this is your sell. Now the premium. So premium, now they have given 3-month consecutive premium. So in this case, now you have to remember this month आपका. So they are asking you to calculate आपका this forward rate for the month of December, and as there is no date mentioned here, so in this type of situation you have to always assume this is for 1st December, right? If they'll like if they want to calculate for 15 December or end of December, that will be clearly stated in the question itself. So whenever you'll see this kind of statement, that means you have to quote the you have to take the premium from the month of December itself. Now in this case, you have to quote for the December. That means 1st December. That means you will take premium for the month of November, right? So November, that means there is no uses of this as well as this. You will take this buy side premium. So this is the buy side premium. This is the sell side premium. As we are quoting a buy rate, so you will take आपका premium. So add premium. That is how much? 0.25. That is your premium in this particular situation. So why we take this particular one? Why not this? Why we are not adding this? No. because see, this is 25 paisa, the premium which is part of this particular one, that already include, it is a combination of time value and intrinsic value which already include this October 20, and now we are quoting for the 1st of December. If it is 31st December or end of December, then in that case you will take this particular one. Understood? And in case of selling, if it would be selling rate, you have to calculate sell rate. So here you will take 68.50 and here you will take आपका 30 पैसा. ठीक है? Now the margin is आपका how much? 0.05 paisa. So finally, like this is total आपका 0.7, 0.68 minus margin. Okay, as it is a case of buy rate, if it is sell rate, you have to add the margin, and it is a case of sell rate, so you have to minus margin. How much? 0.05. So it is, your answer will be the rate which we are going to quote customer, which is 68.65. Okay, this is the rate which we are going to quote in this particular one. Okay, so this is your forward rate. So sometime though you will be understanding these particular things in CAIIB in detail, but here they have given a basics around this entire concept, right? So for calculating rate forward purchase contract, we need to take forward premium for November. The one that is market would pay, that is 30 paisa. Again, spot rate is 68.45, and getting the forward interbank is your 68.75, and the margin is आपका 0.05. So it will come to 68 point, it was not 40 paisa, it is 25 paisa, sorry. Okay. So it is buy side, it is आपका 25 paisa. So it is आपका this. So we reach to this minus margin 68 points आपका 65. Okay. So this is something. Here it is clearly mentioned. Okay. So forward margin for the period prior to the start of the delivery period would be pass on as customer has option to deliver currency on first day itself. So it is, that's why we are considering 1st December, right? So that is the logic behind this. Now after forward rate, there are some there is one terminology called, that is generally known as forward points. Forward point is nothing, it is very basic and it get asked in so many times. So it is the differences. So sometimes you'll see the differences. Differences is like, as we quoted, let's say it should be given in this case. Let's go through this one. So forward point express the difference in price between the current spot rate or the future rate for the currency. They are expressed in pips, the smallest unit of the of a currency quoted, like 0.0001, and are added or subtracted from the spot rate to arrive the forward rate. That is also known as your premium or आपका discount case. For example, if a spot rate is आपका 1.200 and the forward point is 25 paisa, 25 paisa. So forward rate would be, you have to add this particular one, so it will be आपका 1.2025. With one example, let's say this is the case. So difference between the spot rate and forward rate is, spot rate आपका 1 euro is equal to आपका $1.2181. ठीक है? So 3 month for this is the spot rate, and the forward rate is 1 euro is equal to 1.330. 1.2330. So the differences between these two. So this minus this. So that is the difference, that is generally known as your आपका forward point. So which is 150 in this particular case. You just have to do plus minus, nothing else. Okay. So factor determining forward rate. So it is basically this is something which is linked with the fundamentals of currency. So in which situation currency will get strength, or in which situation currency will get weaker, right? So let's say there is a currency pair USD INR. Okay? So if there is, like, let's say the current rate, suppose that USD INR, okay, and the spot rate is supposed at 87.2030. Now that means for $1 you need to pay 87 rupees, okay? Or 87.20 rupees if you want to buy this particular one. Okay? So now when this dollar will get a strength, okay, means when it will become 89 or when this dollar will become weaker, that means for $1 we have to pay only 84 rupees. Okay? So if it is coming down, that means dollar is, like we have quoted the core base currency is dollar. Okay? So in this case, dollar is getting strength. For $1 you have to pay more rupees. In this case, आपका dollar is getting weaker, because for $1 you are getting less number of INR, right? So now when will this particular happen? How this currency will move upward or downwards? Okay? So there are so many reasons. These reasons are further categorized among fundamental and technical. Okay? When we'll come to the IE&IFS, this is part of IE&IFS actually. Okay? So fundamental reason are basically the BOP of the economy. So they are directly linked with the economic situations. Okay? So let's say there are some let's say India's BOP is getting higher. Like let's take the recent action by the US government. Okay. So US government or Donald Trump government, they generally increase tariffs on India. Now we have to pay more. That means our BOP will come down. Okay. So our balance of payment will reduce. That means we have to pay more. So that will give a strength to a dollar. Okay. That is giving some sort of strength to dollars. So dollar will go up. Okay? So if your BOP, like if you are studying with point of view of US, if their economy or their BOP is getting strength, the dollar will go up. Okay? If they have a political stability, if they have some fundamental reasons, the other fundamental reasons like their monetary fiscal policy or the interest rate in the economy. So if they are in favor of US economy, dollar will get strength. Okay? And if there is a reverse case, let's say if Indian economy is getting some sort of strength from the fundamental elements like BOP, our BOP is getting let's say strength, or our export is increasing, we are receiving more and more investments, so that will provide strength to Indian economy again. So and the dollar will come down in this case. So that will decide the things. A forward point is basically what is the expectations of investors from that economy in the coming futures. Let's say if it is of 6-month context, so how we see Indian economy in next 6 months, what will be the overall payment and remittances in next 6 months. If it is in India's favor, so this will come down. If it is in US favor, so this will, आपका dollar will go up, right? So supply and demand, okay, that is simply आपका, if we will have demand for a US dollar, obviously the prices will increase. If we will have supply for dollar, the prices will come down. Okay? For the currency on settlement date, market view, expectations about the future interest rate and forex development, interest rate differential between countries, that is for the capital flow. Like let's say if economies like Indian economy, they have higher interest rate compared to US. That's why we attract more and more investment in the country itself, right? So these kind of things. So if you're, let's say if we are giving higher rate of return, so investors will invest in your economy. So it will bring some cash flows in the economy. Obviously there will be demand for INR, right? So forward point reflect the trade-off between interest earned in one currency versus opportunities foregone in another currency, right? So this is the one. Now, premium and discount case, this we have already discussed earlier also. So this is the last point. As I gave you an example, let's say the USD INR, the USD INR spot rate is supposed at 87.3040. Okay? Let's assume this is the spot rate. Okay? And it can be quoted in premium. Okay? Let's say 6 months later, premium, it is in premium. Okay? So let's say 6 months later, it is quoted in premium. That means the price will be higher than this. Okay? Let's say it is quoted as 88.2030. Okay? So this is the case okay? So this is the case of premium. Premium is equal to your, when your forward rate is greater than spot rate. Okay? Then it can be in discount also. Okay? So when it comes to discount, so it is when your forward rate is less than your spot rate, right? So that is the situation. So let's say it is quoted at 85.6 months later, it is quoted as 85.7080. So this is the situation of discount. And the premium, if it is premium, It will be in buying rate as well as in selling rate. If it is discount, so it will be in both आपका buying and selling rate. So forward premium, when the currency's interest rate is lower than another, its forward rate will be higher than its spot rate. The point added to the spot rate are forward. ठीक है, the positive side आपका pointers. ठीक है. And the discount rate आपका, ठीक है, a similar one and lower than the spot rate, the points subtracted to this particular one. ठीक है. So to calculate, if it is a case of premium, you have to add the forward point. If it is a case of discount, you have to minus those particular forward points. ठीक है, as we discussed earlier also. ठीक है, I gave you one case now, that's 68 point something. Then we added premium. Why added premium? Because that is the logic. ठीक है, and this is आपका this. ठीक है. So this is all about your concepts. Achha, okay, we have arbitrage also. Sorry. So next one is आपका arbitrage. So arbitrage, when it comes to arbitrage, it is very simple. Buying in one market, selling in another market. Sometimes what happened due to market inefficiencies, you majorly आपका, ठीक है. So it is something ki like there is a differences between two prices. ठीक है. Same differences in prices of same security or commodity in two different market. Like let's say, let's take an example in Shimla. If you go Shimla, so apple is very like you'll get 50 rupees per kg. If you'll come back to Delhi, the apple per kg is 150 rupees per kg. So it's a kind of a risk-free interest. Okay? If you buy in Simla and let's say there is a cost of 50 rupees to bring those apple from Simla to Delhi, let's say still you'll have 50 rupees in your hand without any risk. So that is a case. Okay? Let's say there is a security. Let's take an example of USD INR. Okay? Suppose that in market A, it is आपका 80 let's say it is 86.50. ठीक है, buy rate is this. ठीक है, 86.5060. ठीक है. In market B, it is trading at suppose that 87.1020. ठीक है. So what you will do in this particular case, you will buy here and you will sell there. ठीक है. So you will buy a dollar in this particular market at 86.50. Same dollar you can sell here 87.20. So the difference between these two prices is your risk-free profit. So this is generally known as arbitrage, right? I hope everybody know about this. So arbitrage is the simultaneous purchase and sale of the same asset in different market to profit from temporary price differences, exploiting the market inefficiencies, as we did in this particular case. So this is the situation of arbitrage itself, right? So how arbitrage worked? Spotting an inefficiency. First of all, you have to find out where this difference it is. So, or it can be triangular also. So like as I gave you an example, it's a आपका it is between two currencies. Sometimes it can be like when you'll come to CAIIB, we'll be understanding that one. There are triangular arbitrage also. There are link between different currency, USD INR, USD Euro, and USD Pound. So if you study all these particular one, do the conversion, cross rate conversion, sometime you'll find opportunity or there is a gap between forward pointing gap between all these particular pairs. So what you'll do, you buy, sell, and then you'll make a risk-free profit also, right? So spotting an inefficiency and arbitrage identify the same asset trading at different prices in two market. Again, simultaneous execution. So you have to buy one market and sell in another one. Okay, so quickly make benefit from this one. Okay. And profit realization. The differences between the buying and selling price after accounting for cost. It is आपका arbitrage profit. Okay? But it is illegal in the market. Okay? Especially in case of equities, it is not allowed, right? In equities also, you can buy in BSE and sell in NSE, right? So that option is available, but it cannot be done in intraday trade. So that's why that is like to block these kind of arbitrage opportunities itself, right? So this is it. Now we have done with the fundamental part. Now we will be discussing a set of questions. So see, these topics are very important. Why these are very important, and why I'm putting this much of emphasis on these one, because these will help you in JAIIB in two subjects. AFM and IE&IFS. The previous one also, the bond one. ठीक है? And they'll also help you in CIB. CIB, chalo, it is fine. But JIB in one subject, which is giving you help in one topic, two subject, that is kind of a arbitrage for all of you, right? So study in one subject and take benefit in two subjects. And later on in CIB also. So first question on your screen, guys. Which of the following statement about the foreign exchange are correct? So all foreign exchange transaction require what we have to do or what we have to find out a correct statement here. All foreign exchange transaction require physical cash exchange between countries. Another one is आपका credit instruments are rarely used in foreign exchange transaction between countries. So both statement are wrong. First of all, nowadays like it is mentioned all foreign exchange transaction require physical. No, there is like it can be physical or online also. Credit instruments are used in like we have currency swaps and others, or we have foreign currency swap, or we have the other instruments also, which we generally use under the swap agreement, interest rate swap and others. So they are generally part of this one. This is also wrong. So 1 and 2. Both are wrong. So both हाँ. So option C should be right answer for this particular one. Correct. So 1 and 2 are incorrect as the payment can be made in currency either partly or fully. Physical cash is not always required and credit instrument are commonly used in foreign exchange. Next one. Which of the following statement regarding exchange rate and value date concept are correct? Okay, this type of question you will get 100%. Okay. So the cash or ready is used when the exchange of currency take place on the date of deal. 100% true. Okay. Cash is basically the date of trade is supposed that 1st August and the settlement also took place on 1st August. So it is called cash or ready or TOD, right? So statement 1 is correct. Term आपका, which is like this is your t plus 0, hope you remember, and this is your t plus 1. This is your t plus 1 when it comes to term. Rate refer to the exchange of currencies that occur after 2 working days. It is showing it is saying आपका 2 working days, t plus 2. That is wrong. So this statement is wrong. Statement 2. A currency at premium is cheaper for a future date is a forward market. So it is mentioned a currency which is at premium and it is saying it is cheaper. No, it is costlier. So this is also wrong. What we have to find out, we have to find out correct statement only one. Only one means option C should be right answer for this particular one, right? So when it comes to this was correct. Tom is आपका t plus 1 next working day again, and in case of premium, so it is costlier, not the this one. Okay? So I told you that case. Let's say spot rate is आपका 87.1020. If it is case of premium, so it will be your forward rate will be higher than your spot rate. Okay? So it is costlier, not the cheaper one. Next one आपका ठीक है. Which of the following statement about the exchange rate and value date are correct? Spot rate apply when the exchange of currencies happen on spot rate second working day t plus 2 आपका ठीक है. Spot is t plus 2 100% true. ठीक है. Forward rate are quoted in term of forward margin or differentials which can either be in premium or discount again too. So both are correct. Okay? So both are correct आपका. So that will be the right answer for this one. Next one. So in this particular case, what you have to calculate forward, you have to calculate forward points. Very simple. Take a forward points. So suppose the current spot rate is USD INR is आपका, this is the spot rate 1.3500. 6 month forward it is आपका 3750. The rest story is not required in this particular case. So that is the outcome आपका of this. So 3750 minus 3500. So it is आपका 250. So 250 is the आपका स्पॉट रेट व्हाट इज दिस फॉरवर्ड रेट पॉइंट्स आपका, ठीक है, सो 250 ए ओनली विल बी राइट आंसर फॉर दिस पर्टिकुलर वेरी सिंपल क्वेश्चन. सो दिस टाइप ऑफ क्वेश्चंस you can expect in your examination. ठीक है. Consider the following statement regarding arbitrage. ठीक है. So arbitrage involve making risk-free profit by undertaking offsetting transactions in the market. 100% true. Arbitrage opportunities are more common today. No. ठीक है. Nowadays, these like in financial market they are not available. ठीक है. And even nowadays we have these smart systems and all. They the algorithm based trading and all. Okay. So basically they generally wipe out from the market. So this is wrong. Okay. The forward exchange rate can offset the interest rate differential between two currencies. Aapka, this is 100% true. Okay. So 1 and 3 means aapka option B will be right answer for this one. Correct. So only statement was incorrect here. Rest all are fine. Okay. Okay, sorry. Rest all are fine. Next one. Each of the following is a characteristic of foreign exchange market except okay, a global market with no barriers, no specific location. True. Settlement get affected. It is mentioned not affected. Again, 24-hour market, OTC as well as exchange traded. So what will be your correct answer? Our statement B is wrong because settlement get affected with the time zone horizon. I gave you an example of that Hersted Bank, right? So after that only we come up with aapka things like value date and other areas. Okay? So these are the features of this market which we have discussed yesterday also. A currency if cheaper in forward or future value date, it is said to be in discount. बिल्कुल सही, ठीक है. In case of direct quotation, the discount is deducted from. ठीक है. So what will be your correct answer? It is something like this. Okay, let's say the spot rate of आपका USD INR USD INR is 87.20 आपका 30. ठीक है. This is the spot rate. Now currency is in discount. Okay, let's say 3 months later, the forward or the future contract of USD INR is it is showing a price of 85.8090. Okay, this is the price quoted in the market. Now, what they are showing, okay, the discount is deducted from what? So, what will be your correct answer? Both buying rate as well as selling rate. Okay, C will be right answer. How come? See, here buy rate is aapka, this is the buying rate and this is the selling rate. Okay? So as per the current market prices, buy rate is 87.20, sell rate is aapka 87.30. 3 months later contract is showing buy rate is at 85.80. It is less than this, and sell rate is saying 85.90. It is less than that. So it will be aapka both, right? So C will be correct answer for this particular one. Next one, guys. If a transaction take place immediately means T plus 0. So it is called आपका cash. ठीक है. You do not have to study further also. ठीक है. So T plus 0 is cash आपका. ठीक है. So T plus 0 it is आपका T plus 0 same day. ठीक है. Tom is आपका T plus 1 and spot is T plus 2. Only thing is you have to consider the Saturdays, Sundays or holidays. ठीक है. And these are the working days. And forward is if settlement took place any date after the spot date, so that is called forward date, right? Next one, the process of taking advantages of price differences in different market for earning profit, so it is called buying in one market, selling in another market, so it is your arbitrage, right? Next one, guys. Which of the following best describe the relationship between spot and forward rate in forex market? Okay? So spot which gets settled within T plus 2 or on T plus 2. Forward is when settlement took place post spot date. Okay? So spot rate always higher than, you cannot say always higher. There is a case of discount also. Forward rate are determined by future okay, forward rate are determined by future market speculations alone. It is mentioned alone only. This is the reason. No, it can be one reason. So forward premium or discount depend on interest rate differentials. This is true. A spot or forward rate are always equal to no. So C should be right answer for this particular one. Correct. Next one. In a foreign exchange transaction, a deal took place on 7th March, which is Friday, ठीक है, and settlement took place on 11th March, which is Tuesday, ठीक है. So it is known as what? This kind of question they have asked so many times in the past itself, ठीक है. So what will be your correct answer? See, now your date of, see, Friday, Saturday, Sunday market remain closed, ठीक है. So now what will happen in this case? Your 7th March means आपका Friday, which is your T plus 0, ठीक है. It is a case of T plus 0 means आपका cash, ठीक है. 8th and 9th Saturday Sunday, which is आपका bank holiday, ठीक है. So you will not consider these two dates, ठीक है. You have to remember this. Then 10th is आपका 10th, which is Monday, and it is आपका T plus 1, and 11th, which is Tuesday, which is आपका T plus 2. Now in this case the settlement is taking place on 11th March, Tuesday. So it is आपका spot. T plus 2 means आपका spot. So option C will be right answer for this particular. So it's a spot transaction, correct? Next one, guys. Axis Bank displays on branch notice board, $1 is equal to 82.50. The quotation is when 1 unit of foreign currency is expressed in term of domestic currency, it is known as direct quotations. Okay? So it is a case of direct quotation. 1 unit of foreign currency is expressed in term of domestic currency. So that is a case of direct quotation, right? Next one, Bank of India, Mumbai bought 250,000 US dollar against euro from Standard Chartered Frankfurt banks at euro USD 1.2550 on 24th June 23. The delivery of 250,000 US dollar by Standard Chartered on the settlement 2 lakh by the bank take place on T plus 2. Okay? You do not have to study the entire story itself. Okay? So if settlement took place on T plus 2, so it is a spot. Okay? It's a spot transactions. Okay? So T plus 2 is your spot transaction. Next one. John, a market participants notice a price differences between two dealers. Dealer A is quoting 75 rupees per dollar and B is quoting आपका 75.10. So it's a case of arbitrage, right? So buy here and sell there. Okay, so buy in A and sell in B, and you will make a risk-free profit. So that is called arbitrage. Next one. An inflow of 50,000 US dollar has been received by telegraphic transfer credit to your exporter account, representing an advance payment for exports. This credit has been reflected in the Nostro account. This. What we have to calculate: what exchange rate would you quote to your customers? So this is the one. So this is the question which we have solved also again. So it is 85 point. What will be your answer for this one? 85.10. Because it's a case of export, you have to quote the buy rate, and this is the rate which we are going to quote in this situation. So buy, when it is buy, forward rate is equal to spot rate again, plus your premium or minus a discount if it is taken, and minus margin. Okay, this is the formula to calculate this particular one, right? Buy rate and others, which is mentioned here. So you can go with this particular explanation also, so that will help you. This question also, I guess this is the same question or what? This also we have solved now, right? The same numbers are there here. Chalo. So this is it. So this is all about your आपका forex arithmetics. ठीक है? We have discussed this particular one in detail. You do not have to worry. Like there is nothing left from this particular one, and I hope you guys understood this particular one very well, because this is something which will help you in multiple examination, okay, or in multiple subject also. All right, guys. So this is it from my side. Thank you for joining this session. Thank you for watching this session. I'll see you tomorrow at same time with our next unit. All right. So this is it. Bye bye. Take care all, and wish you all the very best for your preparation, guys. Thank you, and see you tomorrow.